when we went to the Head Voice School in Oakland, California, we also went to the cerebral palsy center that was nearby, and we sang both at the school and the cerebral palsy center, and it was just so touching because I don't remember which 4 songs we sang, but one of the songs that we sang, one of the young men actually got up and like came right in front of us and was like clapping and being really engaging with us, and that I almost cried. I definitely almost cried because that's something that you, it's like we touched him, but we would have never known that we touched him had he not come up to us. And that was just such a moving moment for me in particular, because it's like we're doing this because we love God and we want to share our love with people. But here is somebody who's also showing that they love God and that they're enjoying what we're singing about and that they're taking it to heart and things like that.
I know people knew that we wanted to give something to them that they didn't have. We wanted to provide hope. We wanted to provide a sense of peace, bring peace to like some situations. You know what I mean? And I remember the night, especially when we went out to do Meals on Heels before we went out, just praying that the peace of God would go with us, you know, and that we would bring peace with bring other people peace, you know, to whatever situation they were going through. It was just really great even going to pretty much everywhere we went. I think we got testimonies of inspiration and people with tears in their eyes and crying. I remember when we did Meals on Heels in the Tenderloin district of San Francisco. We sang Smile to one lady who was in a wheelchair. I don't remember her name, but the tears began to flow, you know, just feeling the comfort and the love of Jesus Christ, you know, and that's the central focus. That's what I consider ministry, glorifying God and His love being channeled from heaven through us to other people. I say yes, Lord, I agree, my desire surely is to be what you call me to be, and that's what love.
One thing I realized about being in the choir is that, yeah, people can talk about gospel music and like define it and give it a definition, but I feel like you don't know what it is until you feel it. And I think that's what the gift that we were able to give to other people. Like, instead of, you know, saying, hey, we're the gospel choir, we're here to sing to you, we just start singing, and then they all listen. And like, you think, you know, this is not everyone is, like, this is a secular world. Like, and so you think some people might not like it, but everyone seems to be changed by it, like moved by it, and people come up to you and they thank you for singing this great song, like it really touched them. And I think that's one of the most, like, my favorite things about what we did in Cali, like our ability to sing and like move people and make them feel something that they hadn't felt before, because I feel like the choir even does that for me.
I definitely enjoyed working in San Francisco just the other night when we were helping out and delivering food, and well, I was in charge of socks, and that's a favorite item of the people, and it was just really powerful to talk with them and pray with them and, you know, put our hands on their shoulders and, you know, be there for them in ways that I just could never even imagine. One particular instance was also, that's my favorite, was also during that night when a gentleman was carrying a friendship sign describing how friendship is about, you know, never letting go and always being there for each other, always being, you know, just being present in each other's lives even when we drift apart. And, you know, he didn't have much with him, but the fact that he had that sign really proved to be very powerful.
The first Saturday that we got there, we went to, Golden Gate Park? Mm-hmm. And we're supposed to be like singing and like giving food to like people who I guess they like congregated there, and like I guess like a lot of them just seemed to be like troubled youth. They didn't seem to be that old. Half of the group was singing and half the group was like giving out food and like I think it was pizza. And we started singing, and a guy like came up to us and he was just like really, really like happy to see us. And like after we finished singing, he came up to us and he said like, "You guys just make me forget all my trouble. You make me forget all the pain that I've been through. And I've been through like a lot of things." And like that really touched me because like I didn't think that we would have that impact.
Oh, we definitely brought a spirit of ministry. And through our community service efforts, you know, through talking with people, through handing out different meals, we definitely brought a spirit of ministering. And it wasn't just solely by the community service efforts that we did, but through our voices. Every opportunity that we had, we're always singing. And for me, that was had a very special impact for me because, you know, here we are, and you know, it wasn't organized. We would just break out into song, and just to see people's faces when we sang, it's like, thank you so much.
When we went to St. Anthony's in San Francisco, which is a soup kitchen, because we helped out like passing out food and organizing and stuff, but we also sang to them, and I felt like it was really cool to kind of interact with the community, and it also really opened my eyes to like the amount of, I guess, poverty in San Francisco. It was really nice to learn about St. Anthony's and how they've been open for 62 years and they've never closed a day, and how people can go and get as much food as they want. And I also talked to one of the people who worked there, and he was part of the program before actually working there. So he was like telling us that he knows what it's like to be homeless and stuff, and now he's like giving back to St. Anthony's by working there. So the whole experience, it was a really cool day.
If anything, what the choir did was, from my perspective, they brought in, you know, this group of young people from a really different kinds of backgrounds. You know, people from different countries we have in the choir, different interest in studies, and just I feel like if anything, they brought this message of how we can all come together in Christ and song, despite where we come from, despite what we're interested in, and how constructive that can be. Saw just how it united the choir and how they were able to bring that and show that to other people and say, you know, it's doable. We can, despite where we come from, there is a way for us to come together and bring that togetherness to other people.
Gospel music is sometimes just put in this box where you say gospel music and people think they know what it is and what it means. But when you take gospel music and you put it in different contexts, when you put it in a school, when you put it in a soup kitchen with homeless people, when you put it in a church, when you put it in a Latino church, mainly Latino church, where gospel music isn't sung. You sing Christian music, but you don't sing gospel music. When you put it in those contexts, it's very interesting to see that the outcome is the same. The outcome is ministry. The outcome is feeling the Spirit, if you will, and seeing that impact and having people come up to you at the end and say, there's such a lovely spirit around what it is that you guys do. You know, that to me shows that this isn't just music that we're singing. This isn't just a group that went out to have fun because they were out on spring break. There's actually meaning and there's a purpose behind this, and you know, that's the biggest thing, you know, having that same impact, even though it's different everywhere you go, but that overall that same impact on the different communities.